This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. What's going on? Today is Tuesday. It is June 24th. This is Kaplan and Crew. We are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Glad to have everybody here. Those of you that watch on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Now, I say that, and I don't really ever know if it registers with anybody, but this past weekend when we were at Egg Fest, who is that beautiful lady that came up to me? I wish I could remember her name. She gave me her phone number, and I went to text her, and it came back, and it said it was a landline. What was her name? She was such a sweetheart. I mean, did she set me up like, hey, give me your number, I'll text you? And she give me like a landline. Like, was it a setup? Like she doesn't want me to have her number or something?
I like her name started with an E, like Estelle or Esther, or maybe I'm wrong.
She was such a doll though. And she was from down in Chula Vista, and she works for the county of San Diego, and she watches on YouTube. She used to be a radio listener. She became a YouTube listener. And she said to me on Sunday at Eggfest, she goes, I comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so wait a second. So everything Alex tells me to say about YouTube, that actually works? She's like, yeah, it works. I commented, I subscribed, and I like.
That actually works?
Yeah. So
listen, man, if you got like Mr. Beast and David Dobrik telling people to do it, then I think it works.
If it's good enough for them.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast, I think, is the largest. I want to say it's like the largest channel on YouTube now.
Mr. Beast? What does Mr. Beast do?
Mr. Beast does
gamer probably.
No, he's got 97 million subscribers.
Damn.
What does he do?
He does he started off by doing, okay, I'm trying to figure out what he started off doing.
Mr.
But what
Beast.
he does now
Mm-hmm.
is his last two videos, he recreated Squid Game, like literally built sets that replicated Squid Game,
and
then had people come compete to win like $1 million. So he hands out a ton of money on his videos. He hands out cars on his videos. He hands out he does a ton of stuff. It's like he was just on Rogan and he was explaining how he doesn't have that much money because he puts so much money into his videos. So he makes a ton of money, but he also spent $10 million on a set of Squid Game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, Mr. Beast.
And his last one, he did, he built Willy Wonka's chocolate factory with a chocolate river and everything.
Yeah.
And then the winner of whatever games they were playing in there got to keep the factory or then turn around and sell it for like $500,000, whatever.
Dude, Mr. Beast, did he make all this money on YouTube and now he just keeps pumping money into his YouTube videos?
Exactly. And
damn,
he was on Rogan talking about how him and his crew, they literally self-taught themselves like YouTube 101. And he described it as, I got a master's in YouTube. I would spend 8 hours a day watching YouTube videos, which ones were successful, what the thumbnails look like, blah, blah, like he taught himself things and he just kind of built it from little crappy, like handheld videos to now his last video got 64 million views in 9 days.
What's his name? Mr. what?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. Right freaking
I think he's like
bro.
22 as well.
Dude.
He's a young kid.
Way to go, Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't care if he's 22. I'll call him Mr. Beast. Way to go, young man. That's really cool. Hey, you mentioned David
24.
Dobrik. He's 24 years old, this guy?
Yeah.
Wow. And then what was the guy's name? You remember when Anthony Davis was on some gamer, the Nuke Squad? Anthony Davis made news this week because he said that he hasn't shot a basketball since April 5th. And it turned into a whole big national debate between like JJ Redick and Stephen A. Smith. And then every talking head in America talks about this stuff. But the guys who got Anthony Davis to their house to have him on this video, the Nuke Squad, some video gamers, and so they're like, hey, Anthony, let's go shoot some hoops in our backyard, and then let's come inside and sit down and just play some games.
Nuke Squad.
The Nuke Squad. Yeah, Nuke Squad.
Ooh, see, they have 306,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we don't have that many.
No, and that's like nothing compared to Mr. Beast.
Right, Mr. Beast is a beast. Mr. Beast went beast mode.
That story was hilarious, though.
96 million is a lot.
Yeah, which story is hilarious? The one about Anthony Davis not shooting since April 5th?
Yeah, like no one's ever questioned his shooting ability or his basketball ability. It's his freaking health.
Yeah.
Like he can pick up a basketball in training camp for the first time for all I care. He's coming healthy.
No,
I saw somebody tweet yesterday. They're like, dude, don't have him shoot in the offseason. When he has a basketball around, that's when he gets hurt.
Yeah. You know who would be a big deal if he hadn't picked up a basketball since April? Ben Simmons, because that guy can't shoot.
Wow.
Anthony Davis basketball's fine.
no, because if the first time you pick up a ball during training camp, you have your rhythm, your timing, all that's going to take way too long to get into tact, and then he'll be hurt by the time he gets to the good rhythm, and then he'll be out again.
Well, I was making a joke about training camp. Like he's been in the league for like 12 years. He knows what he's doing. It's not the first time he hasn't picked up a basketball.
Technically, he doesn't know what he's doing because he keeps getting hurt.
Yeah, well,
that's preparation.
But as far as getting a basketball and shooting hoops, I think he's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Stephen A. Smith made the point that he was an 18% three-point shooter a year ago. So if you're an 18% three-point shooter, you should be practicing your shot.
Fair.
Stephen A. went on one of those rampages where he was like, man, go to a restaurant, crumble up the receipt, and throw it in a garbage can. Like, you should be shooting everything.
Do you know what Stephen A. said today?
No.
Stephen A. also followed up today by saying he would take Anthony Davis over Luka Doncic and Jokic. So he wasn't that bothered.
Mm-hmm.
The face JJ Redick made after that comment. Dude, go in the Louvre. Like
JJ Redick cracks me up because he takes himself super seriously. Like, and he's like, hey, I just want to make sure we're all clear here. Like, in the history of the NBA, I'm a top 15 all-time shooter, just so the statistics tell you the story, which is why what I'm about to tell you is a qualified opinion versus this clown. Like, JJ Redick cannot take the fact that Stephen A. Smith is all performance all the time, and JJ's like, no, this is serious to me. This is real. This is basketball. This is what I'm about.
He's doing well for himself because he keeps showing up on that show.
Dude, he's great. He's a great foil for Stephen A. He's a good-looking white guy who has real serious basketball credentials. Couldn't ask for a better guy for Stephen A.
Yeah.
That's the formula. Stephen A. gets rants and raves. Find a white guy to sit across from him. Max Kellerman, Mad Dog Chris Russo, JJ Redick.
Skip Bayless.
Right, Skip Bayless. That's the formula, man. It works.
Just don't put JJ on the same day as Mad Dog, okay? That's not what Mad Dog's there. That's not what Mad Dog's there for.
I don't need a young white guy telling an old white guy that he's a racist because he references
Bob
historical basketball stuff. Yeah.
Right. Like just Mad Dog and Stephen A. together. That's all you need. Don't bring a third guy in. Right. Every Wednesday morning, Mad Dog versus Stephen A. That's what that show's about. You bringing in JJ to like make these fools look like idiots, like that's just mean.
Does anybody know what we're talking about? Are we the only three people in America that actually know what's going on ESPN?
No, because the reason why JJ keeps coming back is because he goes viral every week. So
I
think a lot of people are very familiar with what's going on there.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, I want to jump into a bunch of other stuff today. Padre stuff, yes. And I also want to get into this Dean Spanos versus his sister Dee Spanos. And I don't know if her name is Dee or Dea, D-E-A. So his name is Dean, D-E-A-N. Her name is D-E-A. So, like, did the parents call her D and him Dean? And then every time they said, D, come for dinner, he came walking in. What? I thought you called me. They said, no, we said D, not Dean. Well, it's hard to differentiate D and Dean.
Yeah.
So
now, the dad was named Alex,
and
they named the other daughter Alexis. So they're very creative in that family.
No, they're weird.
And then
that's weird. When you name like your kids all this super close stuff, like Junior's one thing. Okay, even that to me, I don't love. But that's people's choice, whatever. But when you're naming your kids like Alexis because your name's Alex and you got Dean and D, I don't know. That's a little weird to me.
It's a lot weird. Dude.
I mean, listen, people probably think I'm weird. They're like, wait a second, your 4 kids are all named with J's? Really? What was the significance of that? I'm like, no significance, none, zero. Just happened that way.
Like I saw what the Kardashians did. I just want to do with a different letter. JK, KJ, it's all.
I don't know about the Kardashian thing.
They all start with a K.
Okay. Kim, Khloe. How many are there?
All of them except the boy. Kendall, Courtney.
Kendall. How many girls are there?
4.
4
Kardashian girls. They're all named with K?
And the mom.
I only knew Kim, Khloe, and who else? Kendall.
Courtney. And
Kylie.
The mom. Oh, Kylie. And then the mom, Kim. No, Chris.
Okay. Is Kendall a Kardashian or is she a Jenner? Is there a difference?
Jenner.
They all have the same mom.
Oh, They all have the same mom. Oh, all right. I don't know enough about them. I just don't know
At
anything
this
really
point,
about them.
I can't avoid knowing everything about them. So
Why? Where are you
they're
getting exposure to the
everywhere,
Kardashians?
everywhere.
Where do I not look? How come it's not in my face?
I don't know. That's actually surprising because you have kids. So I was surprised.
Yeah, I don't think any of my kids are into the Kardashians.
That's good. I'm not into them, but I just know their names at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway, all right. Listen, let me jump into a few things. Might I understand something? Because I want to tell you guys, I missed most of the Padre game last night. I had to do something in LA. I was at the Lakers training facility last evening for an event that the company that owns 710 was putting on. By the way, let me tell you guys, I've never really been in an NBA training facility. Like I've been in most of the NFL training facilities, and some of them you walk in and you're like, wow, they spare no expense. You walk in, you're like, man, they take care of these players. If the players want to come in and be here 7 a.m. till 7 p.m, they have all their own comforts. I will say, first time I was ever in the Lakers training facility last night. Whoa.
Did you pick up a basketball?
Super impressive. I did not.
Oh,
Everybody else was shooting around. I had no interest.
I was gonna say, picked up a ball more than Anthony Davis so far.
Oh, yeah, I didn't pick one up. People were shooting around, but I didn't. But man, I walked through the team locker room, the training room where most everybody spends their time, the dining like room, not like a hall, but like a room. Their like movie theater, which is where they do team film study. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I was really really impressed with everything at the Laker training facility yesterday. So I
LeBron's locker.
saw LeBron's locker
Was
deep
it
in
full?
the back.
Empty?
No, it was full. It was full. A lot of stuff in there.
Take a little peek.
Couldn't actually get to the lockers. They had it set up where they was kind of like behind, not gates, but like robe. I don't know what you call them. Yeah,
Partitions.
yeah, something like that. Anyway, there was security, so you couldn't really, and they wouldn't let you videotape or take pictures in the locker room.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but it was super impressive. I mean, Browner, you've probably been in like, college basketball or I don't know, maybe some pro basketball facilities. I don't have anything to compare it to, but I will just say the Lakers training facility, very impressive.
I've been to the Suns and I've been to the Bulls. I have been to the Lakers locker room, but never their practice facility locker room.
Yeah, nice, impressive. So I missed a lot of the Padre games. So tell me this. First of all, were there tornado warnings in Chicago? And I saw a video of what looked like Darvish warming up out in right field. He's like doing his full pregame warm up, tornado or no tornado. And then there's these alarms that are sounding like you've seen it in Israel, like when there's a bomb alarm, or we've watched it in Ukraine. You can hear the audio of alarms. Hey, bombs are coming in. There was like this alarm in the background in Chicago, like tornado warning. Is that something that people in Chicago know? They're like, oh, hear that? Oh, yeah, tornado. Yeah. Like that blew me kind of away.
Yeah, they're not very common, but every now and then you get a tornado warning. Yeah,
but
And
it's like so creepy, dude.
it
that
is
alarm plays.
very
Yeah.
dystopian.
I'm telling you, it's like a bomb alarm in a, like a third world country or
It's
something.
crazy. And it just goes on the whole time. Like,
Yeah, until it stops. Yeah,
How
because
long can it go on for?
it depends on how long the warning is. It usually goes on for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on how severe the warning is.
Geez, where the hell's the audio coming from? Is that inside Wrigley Field, or is there are
Mhm.
there speakers on the top of the Sears Tower in downtown Chicago?
No, man, but they are strategically placed around the city to let people know that a tornado's coming.
Wow, man.
A tornado in a city like that could do way more damage than the average place because there's so much glass and so many tall buildings.
Yeah, right. But man, I just the audio of it, and it's so creepy because Darvish is out in right field warming up by himself. There's nobody else on the field, as if like, what are you warming up for? There's no humanity anywhere around.
He's
People
going
are
to defeat the tornado.
buckled down.
He's going to throw a fastball into the tornado.
It's pretty impressive.
Found it fascinating that they have this tornado warning, and you're looking at like the satellite images, and it's legit. Like there's a huge storm, regardless if it's a tornado or not, it's a huge storm. And then the game starts like 30 minutes later, and it's packed. Freaking packed. Like,
where
nobody
were all those
cared.
people? Like, was everybody in Wrigleyville in bars right next
Right.
door?
Like, was
Waiting,
everybody at the Cubby Bear? Everybody at Murphy's just chilling, like, going
waiting
in
on
there?
that thumbs up.
And I guess, we got a picture, like, everybody was just kinda chilling in the concourse area.
Oh,
People
really?
just
Is that where they were?
waiting it out, yeah.
Wow. Wow,
And
that's commitment to baseball
it's
right there.
crazy, man. Because I mean, you Darvish out there warming up, then it starts raining, so he stops warming up, but then literally, the game started at 6 o'clock. It was only delayed, or was it 6:30? It only was only delayed by, like, an hour, 20 minutes.
Well,
There's a
Darvish.
tornado warning in San Diego. I'm not coming out of my house.
Yeah, by the way, if I hear those alarms, I'm like, what's
You're
going
in
on? Are we
trouble.
under
Yeah,
attack?
Yeah,
right.
you're in
Do
trouble. You hit them
do we
alarms
even
here.
have those? Like, I don't even think we
You
have
have
them.
tsunami warnings
I don't think we have them, but then if they start, I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, wait. If that noise right there, that tells me we're under attack.
Yeah,
of
I didn't know
something.
that was a
and I'm
tornado
going in
warning.
my tub, and
Yeah.
I'm covering for cover. Like, I'm not going to a baseball game right after.
Right.
You're
And I'm
gonna
not
pickle
standing at
after
a
that?
baseball game waiting
No.
for it to pass so that I can go back out into
Yeah.
my seats.
But I guess, like, and then in Chicago, which is crazy, Browner, you could tell us all about this. They're in the middle of, like, some stupid heat wave where it's like 100 degrees yesterday, and then
Mhm.
the tornado is like drops the weather down a little bit, but because of the weather change, it was crazy thunder, crazy lightning, and then they have a beautiful night of baseball. Beautiful. It
Chicago.
was a
That's
gorgeous night.
I guess
Chicago.
unless you're a Cubs fan,
Right.
because I mean,
You Darvish slapped the hell out of you guys last night.
dude, you Darvish, impressive.
Gave
8
it to his
innings.
old team.
Yeah, and I didn't realize this was his first time back in Wrigley since the trade.
Mhm.
So this was his first time. Was it his first time facing them or
Yeah.
facing them in
In
Wrigley?
Wrigley, because he
Yeah.
was hurt. Last year he was hurt when they played.
Okay, so he didn't. So this is the first time he's pitched against the Cubs since the trade.
To my
In
knowledge,
Wrigley.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the report said Darvish pitching at Wrigley for the first time since the Cubs traded him to the Padres as the centerpiece of a 7-player trade on December 29th, 2020. Didn't allow a runner past second base, blah, blah, blah. But 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks. And you Darvish, that's quite a performance going back to your old place, right?
Yeah, it was really awesome, and I caught the first couple innings of this game as well, and he's just been great. There's one outing that really has, like, kind of swayed his numbers to be a little higher than they are, because he's got, like, I think he's 6-3 with a 3.35 ERA. He's been phenomenal, except for one start in San Francisco. If you guys remember, he gave up like 9 runs in like 2 innings,
Yeah, it
and
was
they
quick.
said that if he didn't have that outing, his ERA would be 2.20.
Yeah, the last I say 7 games or so, there's I mean the numbers all say pretty darn good, you
Mhm.
know? I mean, very low earned runs. Um, he had that game in St. Louis where he went 7 and 2/3, gave up 5 earned runs, but just generally speaking, for anybody who's watching right now, you're seeing we've put this up on the screen. Alex, you should just run through these numbers real quick so
Yeah,
everybody
last 7
listening.
outings, last night, 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. Against the Mets, 7 innings pitched, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Like you said, in St. Louis, 7, 2/3, 5 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Against Milwaukee, 6.2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Against Philadelphia, 7 innings, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Against Miami, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. So the lowest he's gone, the less 7 starts, 6 and 2/3 innings.
Yeah, pretty impressive for you, Darvish. All right, listen, we'll come back to this. I want to get back to the Padres, but I do want to get to the situation between the Spanos family, which is erupting. And it's getting nastier by the day. And for me, I love it. So I got to talk about it. So stick around. Guys, before we do hit this break, though, this upcoming Saturday, I want to remind everybody we're going to do another IV lounge. And this has become kind of a big hit. Browner, the last time we did it, it's like we had like a waiting room of people, you know?
It was big time. Long lines, turnstiles, all lining up for that bag, baby.
So I never really understood this notion of an IV lounge when Dr. Damani started talking to us about it. But I've been to Vegas, for example. And, if you're in Vegas and you're partying and the next day you take an IV, it's kind of all part of the Vegas experience. Like, oh, we were drinking and partying all night and then we took IVs and we got refreshed and we went and did it all over again. I never really thought about people using IVs kind of more in their day-to-day life. But when Dr. Damani started to tell us about IV lounges, we said, well, that sounds kind of cool. Then we've done like 4 of them, and they've only gotten bigger and bigger as we've done more of them. And the reason I think that is because when people come for the first time and they're like, I never would have thought about this, but you guys were talking about it, so I decided to try it out. once they try it once, they want to do it again because you feel so good, man. Your body is hydrated. The vitamins and the nutrients go right into your veins. You're sitting there for 30 minutes hanging out with great people. It's fun. So in honor of Father's Day, this weekend, Saturday, you can buy, and this whole month, you can buy a package of 5 IVs and you get one for free, or you can buy 10 and you get 20%, 25% off. So this Saturday between 12 and 2 at iThrive MD in Mission Valley, the crew will be in the house. We'll all be taking IVs. Alex, where are you taking it? In the hand?
Probably.
Yeah. So anyway, listen, we'll be there. Make your appointment now. 858-240-1497. 858-240-1497. I encourage you to make an appointment because it's Father's Day weekend. So people are going to be sitting there, drinking mimosas, having a great time, but space is limited. So make your call, 858-240-1497. And Browner will be performing stand-up in the middle of the room because we need to get him some more reps. We need to get you more reps.
Been a while, bro.
I know.
Yeah,
So
but that's not.
You'll have a captive audience, man.
Well, that's true.
You will have a captive audience. All right, stick around, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Coming up, Dean Spanos' sister wants the team, and she wants to sell the team. More details emerge next.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Please welcome in tax attorney Adam Brewer. Adam, thanks so much for joining us again on Main Street Living.
Yeah, thank you. Happy to be back.
So, of course, we have more tax questions for you. First of all, what are the types of business entities that business owners can use?
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd ask this question. So this time of year, this is when, business owners probably just got handed a pretty big tax bill. And so naturally, the next question is, how can they save taxes? How can they save on taxes? And so that's where these business entities really, they may come in. So yeah, what we're looking at is corporations or limited liability companies, more commonly called LLCs. So definitely by using either a corporation or an LLC, business owners may be able to really save on taxes. For the most part, when we talk about tax savings, we're looking at like an S Corp election. And so again, an LLC can do that, a corporation can do that. But the net result is you want to save on what's called self-employment tax. So for 2022, a business owner is going to, by default, pay self-employment tax on the first $147,000 of taxable income. So that's 15.3%. By doing an S Corp election, putting yourself on payroll, you can really drive down how much of your income you have to pay that 15.3% at. Beyond the tax savings, it just offers an extra level of protection between the business owner's personal assets, say their home, and their business operation. So, no matter what business you operate, you're going to have some exposure to liability. So an entity like a corporation, like an LLC, it just puts that extra level of protection between the business and then what the owner has on their personal side.
Yeah, well, clearly a plethora of information that you always provide to us, Adam. We appreciate you being on the show. Where can our viewers get in touch with you for more tax help?
Yeah, like always, they can visit my website, triumphovertax.com, or feel free to pick up the phone. You can always give me a call, 619-591-9500.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. From our street to your street, Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on Your View.
Main Street Living celebrates Pride Month in partnership with Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends, what's going down? It is Tuesday afternoon. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. I think I started last segment talking about everybody who watches on YouTube. And the reason I did is, and I guess I probably didn't finish it off, but just how on YouTube, we don't have commercial breaks. So we kind of end a segment and then there's just a couple of seconds and then we come right back. On radio, when we hit that commercial break, there's commercials that have to air and then we come back thereafter. That's why the YouTube show flows faster than the radio show, which is why when I was saying earlier, Alex, this beautiful lady who came up to me on Sunday at EggFest, who was asking me about the YouTube part of things. And she said, I comment, I like, and I subscribe, but why do things happen so much faster? There's no commercials. I'm like, yeah, on YouTube, there's no commercials. On radio, there's commercials. On TV, there's commercials.
Right.
On TV, there's exclusive content like that whole recap of EggFest, which we produced this past weekend, which you'll only see on Cox Channel 4 and part of the Cox YourView network. So make sure you're checking us out on television between 7 and 8 p.m. on Cox YourView. Grande, it looks like today we have an injury issue here on the show.
What happened?
Don't call it no injury issue, man. Something just happened to me. I'm like mad sick. I'm fucking sitting here sweating.
Damn, you ain't even gonna cuss too.
Dude, I didn't know you were gonna cuss on. Now we got to edit for radio and TV.
My bad.
I just adding more work for me, man.
My bad. I gotta go. I'm sweating. I'm hot. I'm sick somehow.
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, dude. Wait, hold on. Before you go,
hold on. You can't just walk away.
Right? You're telling me that when we started the show, you were normal. Everything was fine.
Yes.
And then within the last hour, you have somehow all of a sudden become violently ill.
What have you eaten today?
All right.
Which fast food betrayed you?
No, I just ate some Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You say you're hot and you're wearing a sweater.
I just ate some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I feel like way off upside.
Was the milk expired?
Yeah. Did you have milk in it?
Yeah. It could have been.
Did you look at the expiration date of the milk?
No, man. I don't do that.
Was it whole milk or was it like?
It was whole milk. I don't drink none of that fat-free stuff. Red label only.
Was it almond milk or was it like soy?
Come on, man.
He said red label only.
Red label only, dog.
That's it. High level over here.
Okay. But is it possible that the milk was expired and that you drank bad milk, or you would taste it, right? Like you'd smell sour milk, right?
No, I usually just pour it right in there.
Yeah, but you would smell it or taste it after you started eating it, no?
If it's clumpy, you would see it.
Yeah. If it
looks like yogurt.
Yeah, if it's chunky, I'm out.
Okay. So was it chunky?
No.
Was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch like old, like been in in there a couple of years, like pre-COVID?
No, man, it was in this thing right here.
Okay. So you had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you had milk, and you were fine. Everything was fine. And now an hour in and you are violently ill, you're sweating. Is that right?
Yes.
And you're no use to us today? Is that what you said during the commercial break?
No, unless you want me to sit here like this.
I kind of wouldn't mind it.
How's that going to help the show?
For comedic purposes?
You just from out of nowhere, you just all of a sudden feel terrible.
Yes.
It's not been progressive. It just hit you like a ton of bricks right now.
In the span of this show, you've seen me deteriorate.
Oh, okay. So
I did see you deteriorate in the second segment.
Yeah.
God. So I'm not a parent, but if I was, this feels like you're trying to not go to school right now.
I wish I would gladly sit here.
You get what I'm saying, Scott? Like, I feel like he's got something to do, and he's trying to get out of this right now.
This is what I do every day. Why would I want to get out of this? This is the best part of my day.
You might have something better. It might be some Jack Daniels in your life somewhere else.
Might be that new Jack and Coke drink that they've got where the Jack Daniels is in the Coca-Cola can.
Yeah.
I had those. Those are okay.
Maybe it's that 62-year-old woman that came up to you on Sunday at EggFest who said that you're her boyfriend. Maybe you got something cooking with her today.
Maybe we got that lunch date.
Or her daughter.
Whoa.
So I saw that introduction too. You didn't make that one very public, but I saw that introduction too.
You met the woman who said you're her boyfriend. You met her daughter?
Yeah. Very nice young lady.
Yeah, attractive.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mom's hot, so.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
So now, are you getting better, or are you still sweating
No,
right now?
no, I'm just hanging. I'm super sweaty. My mouth is getting mad dry too right now as I'm trying to talk. It's not
Your
working
mouth
out.
is getting mad dry, huh?
So
Yeah.
these symptoms of heat and dry mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Should I WebMD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if he's got COVID.
COVID, man, get out of here.
No, for real, you might. I had a friend I was on the phone with this morning. He's in New York. He had COVID, and he was telling me the story about how he was supposed to go to this event this past weekend at his friend's place. And, even though he's probably not contagious at this point, and his friends were saying, that's okay, come, we all want you here. And he was like, no, because I don't want to be that person that shows up. And, 2 days ago, I had COVID and I don't really have a negative test yet. And I'm coughing all over everybody, but I'm not contagious. But they wanted me here, so I showed up. He did not want to go and be that guy, so he wasn't that guy. He didn't go. But he's coughing to me on the phone. I'm like, oh, dude, you don't sound so good. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm still kind of hurting, really. COVID got him.
Yeah, yeah. Browner, so you're experiencing dry mouth,
Yeah.
sweating,
Yes.
fatigue,
No.
dizziness?
No.
Okay. So you don't have mono.
Okay. What else you got, Dr. Padilla?
That'd be funny if all your things were leading to mono.
It'd be real funny.
For me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything specific.
All right, Brown. Well, maybe you got the flu. Maybe you just got hit by a flu bug.
How do you just sit down, lay down for a little bit?
Well, you are sitting down.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Alex, you've worked through COVID 4 times.
Yeah.
Never missed a day. I worked through COVID, never missed a day. But then I did get sick.
But you did bounce in the middle of a show too.
I did.
So
what was the reason for that?
you were hungover.
No, you said I was hungover, but I wasn't.
I think Browner might be hungover.
No,
too.
I think I think I had food poisoning, or I think I had a flu bug or something. All right, Browner, I can sympathize. I can sympathize, man.
I mean, this clearly proven I'm the toughest guy on the show.
Oh, I mean, by far and away, you're the toughest.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Just gonna get up and go.
Yep. I mean, I got up in the middle of a show and left. Now Browner's about to bounce out of a show and grind.
What happened last night that he does not want to talk about today?
Nothing.
Draymond had a great game.
Nothing happened. Nothing. I'm telling you.
Draymond had a great game. That's an L for Browner.
Oh, I'm not worried about none of that stuff. When I started this show, I was fine. Now I am not fine.
I mean,
I don't know if I'm
Ohtani didn't even play yesterday. Musgrove didn't pitch yesterday. Ohtani doesn't pitch today. Musgrove. I'm trying to think of what Browner is trying to avoid being made fun of today, and I got nothing.
So you think he's legitimately sick?
No, I just think it's no, definitely not legitimately sick. Zero chance. The way you weren't legitimately sick either.
No, I was very sick. I was very
don't
ill
buy
that
this.
day. Browner, did you think I was sick?
From 2 grown men, I don't buy any of this.
Come on, Brown. I'm trying to support you here, bruh.
Hey, man, listen, I ain't got nothing to prove. I told you. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah. In the meantime, Alex has proven what he wanted to prove, which is he's the toughest guy by far in this show.
Don't want to prove anything. I'd rather have both of you guys on the show.
Yeah. Turns out that one of us here, though, is too weak to go on.
Yeah, I would say that your both guys' acting skills are terrible.
Well, first of all, this is my 3rd segment, so I made it further than you did, sir.
I made it through how many?
I think you both bounced in the 3rd segment.
No, he left after 2 segments.
Well, I was sick as a dog that day, Browner. A little sympathy, please.
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, you look.
Scott also called out from the LA show, so that was a bad hangover.
What do you mean I called out from the LA show?
You didn't work that LA show that night.
What LA show?
Your LA show.
Really?
What are you talking about? So what? I did not work the LA show that night.
Right. You did not.
So I was legitimately sick.
You committed to the bit. Yeah.
No, I was sick, man.
Oh, okay.
Like Browner.
Potato.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Browner. Well,
Browner, are you going to make the Lawhead show?
No.
Wow. Canceling the Browner and Lawhead show tonight on radio, too. Jeez, man. This guy must be really sick. And I honestly, I can't look at him anymore because by looking at him, I think I'm getting sick. So are you really?
This is like a Razzie performance for sure. Come on, bro. You know when that happens to me that you guys are not going to let me just leave.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
So should we make Browner suffer and just have him sit there the whole time?
You know what's funny is that, maybe if we were in the same room, we could have a little bit of sympathy. We might be able to like smell you, see if you're sweating, like, but the fact that we're not in the same room, it just feels like a bad performance. An 0 for 9 Curry performance right now.
Wow. 0 for 9 from 3.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that? How about that? Just as a side note, real quick. Think about that. Curry, this is the first game. I think I saw the stat afterwards. The first game in 200 plus games in a row that he's had a 3-pointer.
233 in a row.
233 straight games he's had a 3-pointer. And 38 straight playoff games with multiple threes.
Yeah.
And last night, Steph Curry did not hit a 3, not one. 0 for 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the Warriors still
It's bad luck, Boston.
A big win.
Y'all let Andrew Wiggins look like an actual all-star. Bad luck. Can we just pause this? Can we just like start saying things that Browner normally defends? Because he doesn't have the energy to do it right now.
Like, how about Ohtani's probably going to pitch a no-hitter against the Dodgers and make everybody see how great he really is? Or
well, he's not pitching either game. But did
I'm
you
just
see
saying
Ken
things.
Rosenthal's article today that Shohei Ohtani is going to pass when he becomes a free agent after next year? He will pass the all-time career earnings as far as above his contract. He'll have the most guaranteed money, the highest annual salary. He's going to pass Scherzer. He's going to be the top paid player for a guy that's fake.
Yeah. For a guy that's not very good, man.
Dude.
Ohtani, not that good.
He only makes like $5 million this year.
Well, yeah. I mean, think about Tatis. Now, look, he hasn't played it all this year, but his numbers, they get bigger as the years go on. But these, you hear $400 million or $320 million, or whatever it is, and you're like, wow, that guy's loaded for life. Yeah, but he doesn't have the money yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Otani's going to be the highest paid player in baseball.
Yeah, how's that?
Because he's the best player in baseball.
You hear that, Browner? You hear that? Yeah, oh, wow, he's sick. You give him credit. He's sick. By the way, hey, Browner, Joe Musgrove, there's now talk that the Padres are thinking that 21 is probably the number for him. 21 million. That 20 is not even enough. 21. Look how sick he is. He can't even get in on this.
I can't.
So
all rights reserved till tomorrow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you're here.
Alex,
see how well you're going to come into the bit. Yes, sir.
How are the Pay That Man t-shirts doing now that they're back up on the website?
Pay That Man was not our day yesterday. It was the I'm with Dea day yesterday.
Oh, okay. Hold on, everybody. I'm with Dea or I'm with D. I don't know how to say Dean Spanos' sister's name, but I'm going to call somebody and find out.
What if we call her Dean without the N? That's a lot easier.
Dean without the N? Well, those are our new t-shirts. The new t-shirts on KaplanandCrew.com are I'm with Dean with an X through the N, because we're not with Dean. We're with the sister. We're with D or Dia or Day, or I'm just going to go with Dean, cross out the N. Yeah, these t-shirts are going to be fire. I'm with sister.
We sold a bunch yesterday.
Come on, you're kidding me. Really?
Yeah, it's also 20% off. Expires today. So final day. Go get your shirts.
Dude.
This is the premium t-shirt, which is why it's a little more expensive.
I got to buy that today. I got to do that today. And I still want to Pay That Man t-shirt.
You know, it's funny. I got an email yesterday confirming that my Pay That Man, the old one that got copyrighted, is on its way.
Oh, the one that you bought?
Yeah, it's on its way.
Okay, sweet.
But here's the new one. So they're back up. I just changed the numbers. I think we should be fine.
All right. So Pay That Man t-shirts and I'm with Dean t-shirts are 20% off, but not beyond today, right?
Today's the last day. Today is the last day.
Okay, very good. All right, listen, let me say this. Let me turn my attentions then to Dean Spanos for a moment. So look,
we're just going to let Browner just
labor in pain and make him listen to us.
You know what's funny is he could easily just hit the X and just go.
Right, he could, but instead he's standing by because he's trying to hang strong, you know. But if he's not going to comment on Ohtani, and if we can't push his buttons on Musgrove, you know, we can't, do the things that we normally do to get him fired up to turn him into Stephen B. Smith.
Dude, look at this coconut water. It's so delightful.
Dude, that coconut water.
100% water.
That, you know what? I'll tell you right now. When you're feeling sick and you're sweaty and you're hot.
He left.
Oh, he left. Brother just left in the middle of the show. Just hit that red X and clicked out.
That's weak.
That is weak sauce. Is what that is. That is weak sauce.
Man, this is what you look like, by the way. That's what you look like.
I looked like what he just looked like?
That's what you look like.
Bailing out.
So what you whatever you're gonna say about him, just
Yeah.
know that was also you.
Yeah. No, I'm embarrassed. I'm
Yeah.
embarrassed.
See, because when I call out,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna even show up and give you guys the pleasure of doing this to me. I'm just not gonna show up.
Got it.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna walk out in the middle of a show.
No, it's embarrassing. And I did it
Just don't
once.
come on.
I did it one time. I acknowledge it. I did.
Yeah.
Browner has now bounced on the show because he says he's sick as a dog. And Alex has proven, not because he tried to, but because the results tell you this. Alex has proven he is far and away the toughest guy on the show.
I remember in November, I got Omicron before anybody in the world did,
Mhm.
and I was here every day. And I believe I actually like coughed and phlegm came out of my mouth during the show.
Nice.
And yeah, that's how tough I am.
Wow, you are tough.
I went through a box of Kleenex during the show.
Tough guy you are. I'll tell you
Yep.
that right now. All right, let me talk about this Dean Spanos situation because this is becoming well, it's just becoming more interesting and more sensational as the days go on. So, just to recap for everybody, Dean Spanos' sister, Dean Spanos' sister, D, she brought a suit, and I don't really remember exactly what the proper legal terminology was at the time, but essentially what she was doing was she was making this claim that the Spanoses don't have any money and that
Right.
what they have is an asset, and that's the Chargers. And they've done some things where they've made commitments to charitable organizations, as an example, and they don't have the cash to fulfill the commitment. This was early on, right? And this was like some of her earlier claims. Now we have like this whole suit that is her saying, look, we're broke. We don't have any money. My brothers won't give me any say, even though the way my parents, when they died, the way they set it up was it was me and them. But you see, these guys are misogynists. That's her word. They don't think a woman like me should have equal say like them. And so she's started down the road now of trying to essentially, I believe, humiliate the NFL into saying, into forcing Dean Spanos and the Spanos family out of their club. Because, they may be on paper billionaires, but they can go to a Ruth's Chris and they can charge a steak, but they can't go to McDonald's and buy a burger with cash because they don't have any. This is what she's saying. Do you think I've kind of set this up?
I think so.
But you see, where things kind of take some interesting turns is the sister is trying to force the sale of the team because she wants them, according to her, to pay off all their debts, to cash out, for all four siblings to take their $1 billion and go on with their lives. She wants out.
Yeah, she wants out. That's really what it is, right? She wants out.
Right. And there's these reports. One is from like Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio, and another is from Yahoo. And it essentially, these reports suggest that what Dean Spanos is positioning for is to get a few years deeper into LA and then find out what the Chargers are really worth. Then go make the sale. Alex, maybe you can show us some of these reports so we can kind of see who's reporting them.
I don't have them to show, but I have them to read if you'd like.
Fine.
This is from today, Yahoo Sports, Michael McCann. He wrote this whole recap of what you just said. But at the end, this is the one that got my attention. For now, expect the Chargers to remain under the Spanos ownership. But as revealed in a 2021 court filing by Barbarian, which is Dean without the N, Dean Spanos wrote a letter to his siblings in 2019 saying he intends to work with them on selling the team in 2024. The letter contained caveats and conditions and does not constitute a binding obligation to sell. But with the recent sale of the Denver Broncos for $4.6 billion, the siblings and their trust would be poised to do well in a sale.
So, according to this report, Dean tells his siblings back in 2019 that he'll consider selling the team and working with them on the sale in 2024. That number, 2024, there must be a significance to that number, that year.
Yeah.
Because that must be like, the number of years that they had to be in LA before they can sell, or it had to have something to do with relocation fees or payback. I'm not sure what that number is, 2024, but it can't just be arbitrary. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So,
And the Pro Football Talk report that you were referencing as well, this is from April 2nd, 2021. I don't remember if we talked about this, but it's all news to me, I think. This is what Florio, who, like we said yesterday, was a lawyer before this. He said Spanos will retain an investment banker for after 2024 to locate a potential buyer for the 36% of the team held in the trust for the 4 Spanos family members. If and when one of those family members has a buyer for his or her share, the remaining family members will have a right to match that portion of offer. If they don't, the family member who wants to sell or his or her interest will be able to do so.
So, if you're the sister and you want to sell now, and they're telling you you have to wait until 2024, and you're thinking that you can't survive until 2024, what can you do? Well, you can try and either gain control of your family's trust or perhaps humiliate the league into forcing the sale of the team. So, I'm not exactly sure what her strategy is here, but I know I find it damn entertaining.
And I love that it's all out in the
Yeah,
public too.
yeah. And by the way, it makes for a great t-shirt. So again, remember, go to kaplanandcrew.com, and buy that t-shirt because today you get 20% off for a Father's Day sale. I'm with D with the N crossed off. I'm with the sister. That's us. We're with the sister. All right, stick around. We got a lot of stuff we haven't gotten to yet today, and we got a lot of stuff we still want to get to. So we're coming right back from the 7 Mile Casino Studios on Kaplan and Crew.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
You're listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Please welcome 4 of the 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year from the 2021-2022 school year. From Central Elementary School, Laura Reyes. From Westfield High School, Tiffany Jokers. From San Jose Elementary School, Jacqueline Jorge. And from St. Joe Southwest Middle School, Todd Sanders. Teachers, please deliver the pitch. San Diego County Teachers of the Year with their honorary pitch.
I thought I was okay. I had a degree, I had work experience. I should be able to provide for my kids. But they're just things that you don't plan on in life.
My husband got laid off and we are a family of 5.
My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I would ask the doctors, what can I do? And they would just say, just make sure she's eating. Our lives just changed completely. Thank God that we always had a plate of food.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego Wave FC played to a 1-1 draw against the OL Reign on Sunday. San Diego got out to a strong start in the match. Alex Morgan netted her 9th goal of the season in the 8th minute, tying her NWSL single-season best that she set in 2017 when she was with the Orlando Pride. The Reign equalized the match in the 38th minute. Both teams went head-to-head for the remainder of the game, but neither one could find the goal to tally on more. The Wave have an unbeaten home record for the regular season that they maintain in the draw. Next up, the Wave will take on Gotham FC in New Jersey. The last time these two teams met, Morgan set an NWSL record when she scored 4 goals in the 4-0 shutout. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView. You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YourView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
What's going on to all the great friends that watch the show on television here on Cox Your View? What you're about to see will never be heard on radio, won't be seen on YouTube, no audio podcast. This is just for you here on Cox Your View.
Oh, shit. It's actually 6 minutes.
Okay, here we go. Hey, great friends. Those of you who are watching on Cox, on Channel 4 San Diego, Channel 4 Santa Barbara, or anywhere in Southern California on the Cox Your View network, we had been promoting for a long time Egg Fest down in Chula Vista. And on the weekend of, let's see, it was June 12th, Sunday, June 12th, that's when the event went down. So Grande Brown Man, let's show all of the Cox viewers what they missed. Did you guys have fun? This was a great event. I loved it.
More importantly, there was lots of food, lots and lots and lots of food.
Yeah. There were also a lot of listeners that came down.
A lot of listeners, yeah.
A lot of listeners who live in the South Bay area that were like, hey, I knew you guys were going to be nearby, so I came over. And by the way, here's one thing that's interesting. Not only were there a lot of listeners, a lot of female listeners, which I thought was super cool. And what I hear from the ladies is, I love it when you guys talk sports, but I really love it even more when you guys aren't talking sports.
Yeah, it's when you bring this much sex appeal to a show, you get a different audience, Scott.
Facts.
I know.
Facts.
Sexy.
I mean, look at these 3 mugs.
Totally.
That saying "face for radio" doesn't apply here.
Hey, there was one lady that showed up, 62 years old, white woman. All she wanted to do was talk about how Browner's her boyfriend. And I'm like, see, Brown? I'm like, this is your demo, man.
That's right.
Alex, show us, what are we going to take a look at? So this is exclusive for Cox. I mean, we'll talk about this on air, but this is stuff you're only going to see here on Cox Channel 4 in your view. What are we going to look at here first, Alex?
What do you want to look at first? You have Browner being a drone videographer. You have pictures of food. You have we talked to Brian after.
All right, let's do this. Let's start off with food, because that's what Egg Fest was really all about. It was all about the food, right? So what are you going to show us here? Let's take a look.
This stole the show, right? I mean, you gotta.
Right. Yeah. Pig on the big green egg, which, to me doesn't look great, but it was pretty damn good. No, it doesn't look good.
Oh, it looks, when I walked in, that was the first thing I saw. I walked in to the left. This guy had that big green egg wide open. I was like, well, I know where I'm camping. This is where I'm going right here.
I couldn't eat it, man. It was too much. It was too close to looking like a real pig, man.
Well, it was a real pig.
It was a real pig.
I like to eat my food anonymously. I don't like it. I don't like to look at it and then put it in my mouth. I couldn't do that.
When I get a burger, it's just a burger.
Right.
I don't need to see the cow that it came from.
Bro.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't eat it, man.
Any other Any other food shots that we should take a look at? Because you like the pig. We didn't really love the pig.
Did you guys end up trying the bacon wrapped Oreo?
I did not try the bacon wrapped Oreo, but I think on the right side here, there's a bacon wrapped piece of chicken. Is that what that is?
No, it was a pork belly.
Oh, that's the pork belly. Oh, and what's that little sandwich you got going there?
Pulled pork sandwich.
Dude, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really good.
You know what's funny is that this whole time you just keep going from tent to tent to tent to tent, eating. I didn't take any pictures at all. Like the only reason I took a picture of the bacon wrapped Oreo was because I was going to text it to my lady. I was like, dude, they got bacon wrapped Oreos here.
You said they were pretty bomb though.
Okay, so it's really like it was confusing. It really was confusing. You take a bite and your mouth is like, what are you doing? Like what are you doing right now? And then the more you eat it, you're like, yeah, this is actually fantastic.
How about
bacon wrapped Oreo?
How about any pictures? Any pictures you got, Alex, of us with lots of listeners that were down? Because that was fun. That to me was a lot of fun. Hanging out with great friends. Oh, look at this crew right here. This is a great crew. Fat Tony's in the house. Tommy. This couple right here, they're wonderful. I love these two to my left. And then my friend Suzanne is on the far left. But this is a really wonderful couple, drinking beers, supporting. That was great. Anybody else? Oh, this lady right here. She works for the county of San Diego. What a sweetheart she is. She gave me her phone number. I went to text her to give her my phone number, and she gave me a landline. So I maybe I put the wrong phone number in. I don't know. Who else?
Girlfriend?
Oh, Browner's girlfriend. This woman. She's like, I love
boo?
Browner.
Sup, boo?
That's your girl, huh, Brown?
Yeah, that's my girl right there. Shout out.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. She gave me her Instagram.
Her husband
handle.
understand.
Her husband was like, I get it. That's Cheryl Delaney, by the way. Cheryl
Her husband
Delaney
was like, take her.
Hey, Alex, show us the video. I know I talked to Brian a little bit. He was super excited about how the day went down. Show us that video if you could. Let's take a look. Yo, so we promoted Eggfest for a long time. And today, Brian Bushfield, what do you think?
Huge success. Big. Look at it. We got 20 chefs, 40 eggs.
20 chefs, 40 eggs. We're walking in circles.
Tailing off. We would have been here an hour ago. We couldn't have done this video. There were so many people. Beer garden, huge success.
Yeah, and we did so much of the promotion besides radio was exclusive on Cox. So for everybody that's watching on Cox, dude, way to come out and support. Nice.
Right. And I mean, if you're thinking about advertising, Scott, Kaplan and crew, Cox Cable, way to go.
Thank you for that. Oh, hey, instant unsolicited. There you go. Thank you, Brian.
Unsolicited.
God, I'm fat. I got to lose weight. I need to lose.
Come on, man. That's what you saw.
Dude, I got to lose 15 to 20 pounds. Hey, look, bottom line is this. To all the Cox Your View viewers out there, we really appreciate your support. And we'll keep on doing this where there's just Cox exclusive content.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company. You need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
What keeps me coming back is just learning more about myself in the classroom, and as I learn more about myself, I can share more about myself with my students, and I can open up more and care more and love more and teach more by example.
Teaching is just one of those things that if you have a heart for it, you've found your place, and I have found my place. I get to help little people realize what it means to learn something for the first time, and that's something like reading that will be with them for the rest of their lives.
Still a little bit overwhelmed, maybe a little bit surprised. You know, you don't go into teaching for awards, you go into teaching because you sincerely believe you can make a difference in young people's lives, and that's kind of what got me into the field in the first place.
We use our phones to order our food, catch a ride, share our stories, and so much more. SDCCU made banking from your mobile device easy too. You can do so much, get up-to-date account balances, check on pending deposits, transfer money, deposit checks, and more. Safely and securely, all through the convenience of your smartphone. SDCCU. It's not big bank banking, it's better.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
In this episode of Golfing the World, we are headed